Yo, 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 what's going on out there, fight world? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on three big dogs in this fight game. We have Earl the True Spence Jr., the former WBC, IBF, Super WBA Unified World Champion. Then we have Terence T-Boy Crawford, the three-division world champion, the former undisputed world champion, the current undisputed welterweight world champ. Then we have Floyd Money Mayweather, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, the five-division world champion, Mr. Billion-Dollar Man himself. We all know Floyd helped revolutionize the boxing game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, there's been rumors going around that Floyd Money Mayweather is going to make a comeback to try to step into that ring with Terence T-Boy Crawford, you know what I mean, to keep his status as the greatest welterweight of all time. You understand? Now, we all know Floyd, man. Floyd loves the spotlight. Floyd loves being the number one guy. We all know this. He don't want to be second to none. He don't want nobody to question his skill set. He don't want nobody to question his career. He don't want nobody to question that, he was the baddest motherfucker to ever lace up a pair of gloves. And him looking at Terence Boy Crawford defeat Earl the True Spence Jr., that probably did something to Floyd, bro. We never know what drives these fighters. And Floyd Mayweather is one of them arrogant fighters that don't want to let his spot go, especially at the welterweight division. You understand what I'm saying? The welterweight division is the most glorious division in boxing. We all know the history. Now, Terence Boy Crawford just did something that's never been done in the sport, becoming two-time undisputed at 140 pounds and then at 147 pounds. That's history in the making. That set you apart. That kind of set you alone by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when Floyd see that, he want to take that from Bud probably. You dig what I mean? But right now, could he compete with a Terence Boy Crawford? You understand? Could he get in there and keep up with somebody like Bud, who's shit on top right now? So I know Bud feeling himself like, can't nobody fuck with me. He already came out his own mouth and say Floyd can't beat him. You know what I mean? Say he'll never say another fighter can beat him, which the mindset you're supposed to have. And we know how competitive Terence Boy Crawford is. You know what I'm saying? So, how would y'all think this fight to play out, bro? You know what I mean? Now, we all know my guy Earl is still right there in the mix. Let's not forget about this king right here. Earl ain't gone nowhere. I know a lot of you haters and a lot of you suckers want him to be gone, but no sirski Bob. He just still right there. We all know the Earl that showed up that night, it wasn't the same Earl Spence that we all accustomed to. You know what I mean? Even the haters, if you're a real man, you'll stand up and say, you know what, Earl didn't look like that was Earl in there. So, it was what it was for Bud, but, that didn't look like the best Earl. No excuses made. But he just still in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd looking at that like, you know what? I got the Earl Spence curse up off my ass. We all know what Earl Spence did to Floyd Money Mayweather and Spawn. So we know Floyd, he always wanted to get that Earl Spence curse up off of him some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. But he didn't want to step into the ring with the king because he felt like, that was the style to break him down. Now, when you look at the Bud style, that's a thinking man style, and that's Floyd's specialty when you're in that square circle, thinking. Floyd ain't going to let nobody outthink him. Nobody. That's what he thrives at. You feel me? His IQ is known to be higher than any boxer to ever lace up a pair of gloves, bro. His defense is just impeccable. You know what I'm saying? But right now in his 40s, could he still get in that ring and compete like he used to in his middle 30s and even late 30s? You know what I'm saying? Now we've seen him, working with Shakur Stevenson now instead of a little gauge to try to keep up, to see if he can keep up with the youngsters, just to see, the speed and the things of that nature, because, Floyd is slick, bro. Floyd is slick. He do everything with a purpose. Everything with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was just working with Shakur and Keyshawn Davis just to be working with them. You know what I mean? I got another hard joint coming out after this, but I think Floyd does everything with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? And if he is thinking about coming back, getting into that ring with Bud, he better have some strong work that's gonna help his ass get ready. You know what I mean? And I got somebody in mind. But, Floyd Mayweather, man, his mindset is, don't let nobody outdo me. What'd he say? I didn't get a sport 20 years of my life to say no fighter is better than me. No fighter. Even when he say he's looking for the fighter to break his own records. So Floyd is very arrogant, bro. Very arrogant. And I won't be surprised if he tried it. I'm gonna be real with you. I won't be surprised if Floyd came out of retirement and say, you know what, Terence boy Crawford, let's get it on. I want your ass. You feel me? And I'm quite sure Bud would oblige. You feel me? Bud ain't gonna back down from that fight. He know how big that fight is. That's shit. That fight gonna put him over the hills and beyond. That fight put him farther than what an Earl Spence or a Manny Pacquiao fight could ever put him at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm quite sure Bud, his ass being competitive the way he is, you know, understanding the magnitude of the fight and the money that fight can generate, oh man, I think he'll jump at it. I think he'll jump at it. Now, a lot of people be like, well, man, Bud beating up on the old man, Floyd is. If Floyd brings his ass out of retirement and want to step back in that ring, can't nobody say nothing. Can't nobody say nothing. We seen all the greats come back and do it. We seen Muhammad Ali do it. You know what I'm saying? We seen Mike Tyson do it. You know? I mean, certain people just, they feel like, look here, I'm ready to get back in there, bro. I want to show these people that I am him, that I don't be forgotten, that people remember who the fuck I am. And Floyd Mayweather is that caliber of dude, man. He is that caliber of dude. He don't want to get nobody the spotlight, and he don't want to let nobody overdo him. He don't want to let nobody overdo him. We all know how that go. You feel me? Now, we all know that Bud is supposed to be looking at 154 as well, the rematch with Earl Spence. People saying he still want to fight Jermell Charlo, but it looked like Jermell Charlo is about to be stripped, so that won't even be undisputed no more. Will Bud still be interested in fighting Jermell Charlo if it ain't for undisputed? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we still got Earl right there for the the rematch at 154, where Earl and Bud be right there to fight for the WBO scrap, and then that put them in position to fight for undisputed against Jermell Charlo, depending on what happened with him and Canelo Alvarez at 168. You understand what I'm saying? So just looking at that situation, man, that's going to be a sticky situation in itself. But we'll just see how these things play out, fam. We know Floyd Mayweather, he practically run certain sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? We know Vegas will get behind him and whatever he want to do. You understand? Now, people say, will he come back and get a tune-up? Or will he come back and try to get right in the ring with Terence Bud Crawford? More than likely, he better come back and get his ass a tune-up and get into the speed of boxing. It's okay to say you in shape, you feel good, you can get in there, you can work. Nah, you got to get into boxing speed. You feel me? Just like football, basketball, baseball, whatever, they work out. But if you out for so damn long, you ain't up to par. You know what I mean? You might feel good. You might feel like my body good. My speed feel good, this, that, and the third. But once you get into that ring, into the heat of the fight, in the real fight, that's a different type of speed. It's a different type of timing. And you got to be all the way on point. All the way on point. I feel like that's what was wrong with Earl Spence in the last fight. He was drained. The speed went there. The timing went there. And, and Bud took advantage of that shit like he's supposed to. Now, I mean, no excuses. You feel me? So, Floyd, if he try to come back, he most definitely got to get his ass a tune up, knowing how long he been out the ring for us fight, even though he been in exhibitions, but fight top-notch competition. You understand what I'm saying? So we'll just see how the future play out with these things, man. Like I say, if Floyd want Bud, it's going to happen. Floyd Mayweather gets what he want, and like I say, Terence Bud Crawford ain't going to turn down a massive payday like a Floyd Money Mayweather fight. But these are just rumors. Let's see how things play out in the future. Straight like that.